the sheer amount of YouTube, Google, Gmail, the account, all that BS I have to go through, the sheer amount of verifications and two authentications, and oh, you don't have a two authentication turned on, but we're still going to do a two verification, a two verify authentication for you. And it's just out the effing wazoo, and it doesn't work, and you gotta do it again and again. That on top of losing, I've lost count of the amount of accounts or YouTube accounts that I've lost due to YouTube's communist guidelines deciding randomly, for whatever reason, maybe even backwards through time, that you're not allowed to exist here. Goodbye. Here's the thing. I made sure every time I violated YouTube's communist guidelines, the editor could consent. It was consensual. Her and I would make sweet love to each other. She's a scarlet whore, a beautiful platinum blonde lady in a red dress. And her name is YouTube's communist guidelines. And every time I got a written consent, and she said yes. But my pimp might not like it. I said, oh, don't worry about that. When I'm done violating you, you'll love it. And then she's like, oh, I know I love it. Oh, I know I love it. I'll sign right here. But her pimp, CommieTube, Alphabet, Soup, Alphabet, the demon, the great big evil demon itself, her pimp don't like me. And so I'm not long for this world. If you're watching this and you want to follow what I'm doing, go over to Rumble, because it's green over there. No blood, no communist blood, just green growing things. I have my personal account, which is rumble.com/jarv. And of course, we've got rumble.com/exohumanism for exohumanism, baby. And then we've got some other things out there. Exodus 1 has got basic frameworks of exohumanism and some stuff. And there's a bunch of other things there. And you can find it all if you type in the special link, the hidden arcana, the secret knowledge, you rumble.com/user/Jarvaix. And just knowing how to pronounce that is JRVAE8X. And so I just blew it. All the secret knowledge is gone. But the point is, Rumble's where it's at. So if you're not watching it at Rumble here now, you should go over to Rumble now and just do that from now on. Here's the thing. There's not a lot of things that I personally like to watch in Rumble, but the few things that I find that I want to watch in Rumble are golden gems. The gold, it's platinum, it's ivory, blind platinum. It's better than that. It's unobtainable. It's stellar lumen. It's the best. It's like some of the best, funnest creators are over there. And you can actually have a platform and actually have free speech. But the thing is about YouTube is they cast the net so wide, right? But then they just randomly cut off people. And here's the thing. Usually they cut me out and they delete my newest channel or my oldest channel. In this case, the most recent one was my oldest channel, my gaming channel, my first one. 15 years of YouTube history and 1,300 plus videos. Deleted instantaneously, all gone. For what? My newest video? I said the wrong word? I don't know. Maybe they went back through time and said, oh boy, we just changed our mind about this one thing on our terms of service. And so this one thing we're on our terms of service, we're going to apply differently now. Who cares? They're communists. They're not just communists, they're extinctionists. And so go figure, whether it's they're against exohumanism or they're just against me or it's just random being against insert, or we think he's too far right or we think he's too not extinction. So whatever it is, they're lousy. They're no good. So goodbye. Fuck you, CommieTube. And hello, green tube. Green tube is gold. The green tube is healthy. Green tube is beautiful and kind. So head over to GreenTube, rumble.com/exohumanism, and join us Together we are trying to create a group of people. Now the great big evil elites decided that I am not allowed to have the American dream. Not even the certified American dream. And some of you might be in the same boat as me. Not even the human dream. See, the American dream is to have a house, 5 kids, 1 wife, 1 mistress, and a maid. But the human dream is just to go forth, be human, and prosper, and reproduce, and that type of thing. But some of us aren't allowed officially to have even the human dream. And even if we are growing up in a great empire with plenty of wealth and plenty of opportunities, some of us are just placed aside and told, nah, we've got slaves to do the work. You can just sit in your ass, and also you owe nothing, and we'll be happy. You'll go in the pods, eat some bugs, innovate your carbon must be closer to 0. Human, you will DIE, diversity, inclusion, and equity, while we laugh at your fucking goy ass. And here's the thing. Some people are fine with just accepting that. But here's the thing. I'm at the position where I don't even get a pod. So I'm a little angry. And I think you should be a little angry too. Because this is not natural. This is not organic. Last time I checked, we had 8% unemployment, 18% underemployment, and they're still gaslighting us like it is all okay. The economy's never been better. The job market has never been better. Everything's good. Just like the Democrats did. These new guys who are totally different, they decided, are also gaslighting us that everything's good, everything's fine, everything's good, you're okay. You've got everything you need, human. In 2007, rent for an efficiency apartment, at least in Alaska, was $350. Fast forward to 2026, rent for an efficiency apartment is probably more like $900. If you just do basic mathematics, inflation doesn't exist, guys. Don't worry about it. That's 3x. Basic mathematics, provably true. I mean, you'd have to be 10,000, I guess, for it to be, or 1,000 for it to be 1,000. It had to be $1,000 for it to be 3x, but 950 is pretty close to 1,000, so we're just calling it about 3x. Okay, so if rent goes up 3 times in 15 years, how much do eggs go up? You know, there are other things that might be up higher or lower, but it's roughly a 3x inflation, motherfuckers. And it's not that we have 5 too many illegal immigrants. There's 40 million and 50 million legal ones. That's 90 million. They prefer, the wokies, especially the woke whammies in HR, prefer to hire these people, their own rapists, instead of hiring their own countrymen. That's their preference. And since they're in charge of every HR position, every middle management position in all the places, that's a big part of it. And then also, there's this Larry Ellison, who some people love and other people may not love so much. He's got a company that consolidates all of the data about jobs. And so all your job data is in there. And so maybe if you look like a bad goy, you're going to be put in the blacklist. And so you could be a bad goy for many reasons, maybe for some good reasons and some bad reasons, but it doesn't really matter. You should at least have the opportunity to make a buck and start a family. But even that, it's being taken away from some of us. And so I figured it out. Instead of just complaining about the problems, we can start making some of the solutions. And that is the big one, is to get together and to form a community, one single community with a strong in-group preference of what I call exohumans, people who want to get out of the system. An exohuman is someone who wants to depart from extinction. And so basically that's what exo means. And it's not exohumanism, it's exohumanism. So first and foremost, you are the person who wants to depart. So you get with other exohumans in my community link below, and we share, and we communicate, and we organize, and we move physically closely together, and create our own jobs, and hire ourselves. Does that make sense? So like, if we have a strong in-group preference, and sure, maybe your nephew is a lazy motherfucker, but he's an exohuman, and he's a hard worker. He's a hard worker, lazy, whatever. The point is, put ourselves first. Strong in-group preference. So here's the thing. They want to call that illegal, but they're already doing it. So fuck them. Fuck them and their laws and their fucking ethics and their morality. All of their... It's extinction. It's not... There's a 3-tier justice system at this point in time.